I did my makeup different at 50 than I do now at almost 57. I kind of followed what everyone else was doing instead of just kind of truly looking at my face, my under eyes, any of my imperfections, and kind of doing makeup for me. You'll walk away feeling more confident when you find what works for your skin. I've got my under eye hydrated well with my balm, and I have a little bit of a milky toner on my skin so that it just brings a lot of light bouncing off the skin. Take the very tip of this bristle, not swipe in it, but just begin to pick up a little tiny bit of product, begin to buff it into my skin. And all foundation is meant to do is to even out our skin tone, buffing this very lightly onto the skin. So there's no heavy, there's no sticky, there's no greasy. Now that my skin tone is all evened out, then is use like a color correcting wax. We're just gonna swirl around, pick up a little bit on the end of the brush, apply this only where I see darkness. Anything in the peachy orange family is going to neutralize excess discoloration of blue. And mostly what we see in here is just some blue shadowing. And I'm gonna start ever so lightly just in this inner recess of my eye and apply the color corrector there. Now I'm not blending at this stage, letting my skin warm up the wax. And then I'll come right here and I'm just going to kind of highlight this dark area. And we're just gonna let that set. Now remember, my under eyes are hydrated with my under eye balm, and I've allowed that to soak in for at least a good 5 minutes before I begin any sort of color correction. You put any color corrector or concealer on dry, crepey under eye skin, it's going to show all your texture. So really hydrate your under eye. Buffing this into my skin so I'm not tugging on this very delicate skin, not pulling or dragging around my eye. Now, if you notice any pigmentation showing through, spot conceal that after I apply my blush and my bronzer. Contouring. I think this is one of the things that intimidates women more than anything else. And it really shouldn't. All it's meant to do is to mimic a natural shadow. If you have a very tall forehead or 5-finger forehead, then you may want to contour the very top to shorten this area. If your face is a little bit wider, you may want to contour even in this area. Apply a little contour, blending it softly into my hairline. Just following the natural bone structure that I have. Like so, and then just softly blending it up. This area starts to just pull down. It makes our face look square. So I don't want to put contour in this area. Already contoured out naturally. Where I want it is along my jawline. It's going below that jaw. And then kind of angle it up towards your ear. So now it just kind of creates this very soft definition. Blush alone can be an amazing way to add dimension to the face and to lift the face, depending on where you place it. Having a brush that truly fits your face is just going to be able to lay that cream blush down exactly where I want it. I'll go above that contour line and just tap, and then I will bring this kind of around the side of my temples, kind of marry your contour and your blush together. I'm going to use a dark nude pencil, and then this color lip gloss is Faith. I like to start at the bottom of my lip and just kind of overline that. So I'm not going to the corners here, but inside my lip line, it's like contouring your lip. When it comes to eyeshadow looks, personally for me, less is more. So I tend to keep it really simple. I like to start depositing color above the crease, above my pupil, and then I'll bring it to the outer corner and then softly blend it over. Kind of one matte, one shimmer type eyeshadow look. You know, whatever's left on my brush, I might just bring it underneath my lash line. Brings it all together. Bit of a shimmer on the mobile lid. Keeping it out of the creases, use a clear gel to add a little definition to the brows. Fill in any sparse areas. Bring a little more definition to the base of my brow. Create like little baby strokes. Remember, our brows are sisters. They are not identical twins. It's rare if you'll get them to look exactly the same. Clean up any eyeshadow. Just picking up a tiny bit of concealer and just sharpening this outer edge. Make sure that everything underneath my eye is concealed. I'll kind of come in with my tiny concealer brush and outline the top of my brow. And then any area of pigmentation that is kind of like just barely peeking through, I will just go in and just kind of almost like you're brushing it away. Having a mini concealer brush like this that's so tiny makes such a difference, because then you can get that product just exactly where you need. I come in with setting spray before I do mascara. Tunnel Vision mascara by LimeLife is an excellent tubing mascara. So it's one of my favorites. I will do one coat on the tips of my lashes. I will just kind of go side to side, almost like you're messing up your mascara, and then come back and bring it straight through. And that is my glowy, mature makeup look. All of my spots are covered. My dark circles are erased. My under eyes don't look quite so hollowed out. And if you'd like to get your hands on any of the products that I used in this video, I will list them out separately and you can kind of pick and choose what you want. Just comment me and I'll send you that list.